What up, everybody? This is Chuck Jigsaw Creekmer. We sat down with Rick Ross, the boss, and we wanted to know who his top 5 MCs were. Did this guy make it? Stay tuned.
And a lot of times when artists get this question asked to them, it don't really be fair because you have to take in over 20 years of the best music, you know what I'm saying? And you only have a few seconds to answer a question. So a lot of times you try to rethink your steps. But me, I just stick to my formula, you know what I'm saying? The people that influence me. My top 5, my number 5 would be Luke Skywalker, being that, you know, he was one of the first black dudes to have his own label, have his own distribution, be independent, own his masters. And he did this coming out the gate, pressing his vinyl up in the back of his club. You know what I mean? And I respected that. So I always saluted Luke.
He's rebellious, too.
Yeah, most definitely. I love rebellions and people that are just call people monkeys and all that. So, and Curly's a monkey. So Luke Skywalker going there. Then I'm going to go to number 4, I'm going to say it's Big Daddy Kane. That's when I understood what fashion was. I think that was the first fly dude to me in rap. Because I remember I cut school one day and we went to the local game room where they play videos out on the monitors. And I remember this other girl, she had on bikey shorts, you know, like back in the day I was a kid, she was older, and I was just looking at her like, wow. And I just always remember the facial expression she made when Symphony came on and Big Daddy came, and she just made that face like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at her little print in the shorts while I'm sitting down. Then I look up at the video shit like, what the fuck? And I made that connection.
Right.
I start growing my flat top that day.
What about his rapid fire? Because you can rhyme fast too. A lot of people don't acknowledge that, but you got different.
That's what. Yeah, I got different flows, and I think that's what I think I love the most about these new projects, because I'm showing them, you know, something different, something that you not, something that's not common coming from the South.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I most definitely want to put that on blast. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, I'm just competing for the throne. So Big Daddy Kane to be my 4. My 3, my number 3 MC would be Ice Cube.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I always admired Ice Cube. I always loved him. I think I loved him even more when he dissed NWA.
Why?
And just for the sport and the game. It's like when I was sitting there listening to it, of course I ain't think MC Ren was finna get a gun and go kill him.
Right.
But just for him to drop no Vaseline,
right.
just for him to feel like he wasn't being compensated properly and say fuck NWA and broke off and came to New York and recorded his whole album in New York. A lot of people don't know that, and I think that's what made me admire Ice Cube. And almost 9 times out of the 10 interviews I do, I say his name, and that's the kind of the legend that I always admired. So me being infused with people, I always felt was destined for me anyway.
Right.
I just always wanted to pick the biggest monkey.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you relate to that from breaking off from Slip and Slide at all?
It's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it like, you know, it's me growing as a boss. I want to eat more. Right. I don't just want half of the pizza. Right. You've ate enough slices. Beat it. Right. I want more of the pizza. Yeah. And I feel like if I wasn't raised that way, I wouldn't be the boss. You know what I'm saying? Or they wouldn't have taught me properly. You know what I'm saying? So when I make my business moves, Ted Lucas, CEO of Slip and Slide Records, on a personal note, I got nothing but love for him. Right. But on the business note, you can't eat no more pizza. Right. It's all my pizza. Right. Go make another pizza. Right. You understand? And that's just me being the executive, me being the boss. And that's what I try to push upon my homies that I do business with. You know what I'm saying? Don't settle for nothing less, man. Every day, make some shit so hot that people got to bring something more to the table. Right. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Who next?
So Ice Cube was number 3. Coming in at number 2 is Tupac Shakur.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And be honest, I feel like Tupac and Biggie is a tie.
Okay. You can put them at 2. Both
Yeah. But the reason why I put Pac first is because he released over 10 projects.
Right.
And Big did what he did with 2 really.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they both were icons, you know what I'm saying? They both push the envelope as far as flows. You know, I felt like when other dudes in New York was rapping hard, trying hard, Big just came, you know what I'm saying? Like trees to branches, cliffs to avalanches, it's the praying mantis. Deep like the final a motherfucking rap phenomenon, you know what I'm saying? It's like he just made it so simple. And see, that's what made him appeal so much to the South. Because, you know, if you look at Texas culture, they sip lean, they chill. Everybody lean back, yeah, what's up, throwing up deuces and that. And in Miami, you know, we burn green, we chilling. So when the music is a little slower, we gravitate to it more. So I think that's what made Biggie special. When Wu-Tang was great, he was on the other end of the equator. Y'all do that, wear the hood, wear the rain jackets and all that. I'm finna jump in this Lexus Land Cruiser. You feel me? I'm gonna have, you know what I'm saying, Faith right here, Kim up. You feel me? That's what I always loved. And that's what made me, you know what I'm saying, love New York City even more. Just to cultivate that kind of, you know what I mean, person. You know what
Somebody just told me they from that school of the, you know, Wu-Tang and everything, and they told me that Rick Ross, they, you know, like what you do and that you're the down south Biggie. How do you feel about that?
Man, when I hear that, it's most definitely a compliment, you know what I'm saying? But I never disrespect Big, even though everything, I'm one of the first ones to admit, you know what I'm saying? My whole game is to create my own vibe, but at the same time emulate the greats. You know what I'm saying? If you know, learn from what Basquiat do if you paint. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Big was for me. You know what I'm saying? When you a dude in the hood, you don't have stylists. You don't know what's cracking. You look at the TV. What that sweater is. What that's called. Oh, that's a Coogee. Shit, I want a Coogee. Shit, I'm gonna stand just like that in the club with my shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of influence. It go from simple things as Coogees. What he say? He's smoking his blunts. Garcia Vegas, and now I'm walking in the blunt store. I see me now. Let me try them shits right there. This the Biggie shits. You feel me? We smoking the Biggie blunts. You feel me? And when you a little young dude, that's the way it go. And you know, I just absorbed. You know what I'm saying? Everything. And you know what I mean? I most definitely try to vibe off that.
Okay. Yeah. And is there another number one, or is that's?
Oh yeah, that's my 2-in-1. Okay. Tupac and then Notorious. And like I say, you know, Pac released several albums. And Big, I feel like he became who he became over a 2-year period, seemed like. You know what I'm saying?
And the last thing is, you know, how do you fit into being a future great top 5 Dead or Alive? You let people speak on themselves as well.
You know, as far as me, man, I ain't big on the fame side of being in the spotlight, or being on television. I'm not really the dude that's big on that side of it. I'm big on the music. I'm big on the business. I'm big on the money. But I ain't never been good at, you know, I try to be, you know, the same dude I was, man. You know what I'm saying? I walk the same, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I try to go to the same places, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is with me. So as far as my status or, you know, whatever that may be, you know, I'm going to leave that to the people to decide and to make whatever, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the consideration for whatever it turned out to be. But as far as me, you know, I'm just focusing on what I'm in control of, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate whatever.